Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Legacy of the Rimlen. Stuff is happening edition, actually, for real this time. It happened last time as well, but more stuff is happening. Last time, Anghel lovingly punched someone in the face, triggering all that's happened. Kind of everything that happened before isn't really relevant anymore, but you never know. I'll remind everyone of what happened anyway. But before we get into that, I'd like to ask these lovely people to, as usual, introduce themselves and their characters. The dice say that we ought to start first and foremost with Milo. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yeah. I'm Milo. I play Miroslav, who is at the moment a bit perplexed about Anghel's decisions.
Well,
And
Miroslav, if someone had insulted your horses...
No. He understands it. He
Okay.
understands it. He is still perplexed just because, well, we were about to walk out and then... Yeah.
And then...
And then
And then there were punches. Or one punch. And yeah, other than that, he is still very much uncomfortable with all the soldiers. And yeah. But we will see how it will go.
Yep, well said. Thank you very, very much, Milo. Then, according to the dice, we would have Deli. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
of course I can. Hello everyone, I'm Deli. As usual, I'm playing as Muninn the Traveling Scholar from Brightland. The Eastlander turned Oracle of Acesius. And yeah, much like Miroslav, very almost like life in slow motion, like, oh my god, Anghel, what are you doing? Like, perplexed. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on.
We did cut off last session, right as the punch happened, so we haven't even had time to get anyone's reactions. Good point on that.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much, Deli. And then, of course, we would have Show&Tell. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Sure, although it feels like he doesn't need any introduction anymore. But anyway, I'm Show&Tell, and I'll be playing as Anghel, who likes to punch stuff. He solves things by punching. He's also a mute peasant boy, and sort of Prince Charming, and he has a lot of things to deal with, okay? That's what happens.
I don't think anyone's blaming you or questioning your reasons. Well, almost my reasons because I compelled you. Anyway, thank you very, very much, Show&Tell. So, last time, again, it almost feels redundant to give this recap because I'm not sure it's going to matter anymore, but just in case, I'll do it anyway. As Muninn and Miroslav were brought in by Piroshka to the room where Anghel was previously being interrogated, Muninn basically told, not Muninn, Acesius basically told Muninn, hey, when we talk, it's kind of noticeable, that might not be a good thing, so keep your eyes closed. And I don't remember if we definitely talked about it in the pre-show before we started recording, but I don't think we talked about it much while on the record, so I'll just reiterate here. With their eyes closed, Muninn has this sort of otherworldly sense that works sort of analogous to their eyesight, but not quite, as in objects are kind of muddled to them, except for religious objects which hurt to look at. People, Muninn can see much more clearly, and magical people, not just that, Muninn can peer at least a little bit into their thoughts and soul. For Always Thirsty, since he's entirely magical, Muninn can very much read their thoughts. For Anghel, since he's only kind of magical, though he is magical in the metaphorical sense, let's say. For Anghel, basically above board only what Show&Tell allows you to, and probably only very surface level stuff. Either way, once again, Muninn and Miroslav were brought in along with Rebob, whom you guys came here to rescue. And once everyone entered the room, Rebob and the guy who had been interrogating our Anghel, a officer named Ertrul, recognized each other. They were old buddies. While that shock was happening, Miroslav decided mostly to stay quiet during the interrogation and let sort of Anghel, Muninn, and Rebob do all the talking. Rebob revealed, which was kind of hampered by the fact that he had no wounds to show as proof, but he revealed that the reason why he was here was that he was visiting Zamfir's estate to secure lodgings for Ophelia. I'm more or less repeating his words, so maybe this will sound odd, but I'm just not revealing more information than what he already said, if that makes sense. But apparently he ran into trouble there and was shot, he said hurt, but you know what I mean, by Abdul, who, according to Piroshka, is to Zamfir what Rebob is to Ophelia. Rebob lost consciousness at that point and woke up in a ditch when Miroslav and Muninn pulled him out of it. Ertrul then asked everyone, hey, how did you all know that Rebob was here? Muninn said, well, where else would someone put Rebob if they were to frame someone? Which it's kind of skipping a few steps, but there were a lot of steps to consider anyway, so Ertrul didn't question it further. Then he asked everyone, well, what's your group's relationship with Ophelia? And based on your hesitation, he guessed that you guys more or less want to sort of use Ophelia as an intermediary to ask something from the prince. And Muninn unwittingly implicated Anghel that, yeah, Angel's the one who wants something from the prince. Anghel revealed that, yeah, he wants to find his sister Willa, much to Piroshka's disappointment, who was expecting some sort of juicy nobleman's plot. Ertrul almost remembered something about the name Willa, but refused to answer more until he was satisfied with the questions he was gonna ask you all, so I guess that's a moot plot point at this point. And then Muninn revealed that Ophelia wants to reach Nikephoros, the guy who has the orb, before he gets to the wedding. Piroshka also revealed that she knows that Miroslav is Ophelia's carriage driver, because she saw him before and she has a good memory.
Yep.
And later Ertrul basically said, oh yeah, there's no point in interrogating Rebob. When Piroshka decided to ask Rebob questions, Rebob won't talk even under torture. Well, probably. In sort of conclusion to this little discussion, Ertrul asked the party, hey, bring Abdul here, and Rebob's gonna stay behind as a hostage. And he also asked, yo, hey, don't tell anything to Ophelia yet. And I think Piroshka then suggested, or I guess bring Zamfir here instead of Abdul. And Piroshka then returned Muninn's knife after a bit of play, for lack of a better term, basically trying to gouge how much Muninn can actually see, more or less. Unfortunately, all your other weapons are still outside, except Anghel's belongings, I guess. So Muninn has only the one knife. And as you guys were about to leave, Anghel asked about recovering his horse. Piroshka said something mean about it. I think something like it would be better off as a steak or something like that, resulting in. Go ahead.
If we cooked it, then at least something of it would be useful, since it's
Yep, good memory.
not a pretty horse. Something around those lines.
Good memory, Milo. Resulting again in Anghel punching her in the face, and that's where we very much left off, as things are probably almost certainly gonna turn to shit. So, as I go to turn on the background music, may I get, as usual, immediate thoughts from everyone, so to say?
Yes. I think mine would be very simple because it's probably the same thing I said earlier. So Muninn is like, we gotta do, like, you know, we gotta get Abdul so we can get out of here with Rhubarb and Anghel. And then as they're thinking that, they see the punch like coming towards Piroshka, and they think, oh.
I will emphasize, Anghel dealt 6 points of damage with that punch. It's not just you see the punch, it's audible and everyone hears like bones cracking.
God.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, that's what Muninn's thinking. Also,
Yeah.
I was just going to say, we're in this tiny room. Well, not a tiny room, but we're in this closed room with all these people who now probably hate us.
Yes.
No pressure.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Miroslav's thoughts are very, very easy to summarize. It's oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Yeah.
And Anghel, I don't know what he's like in the moment. I don't know what he's thinking, but maybe after the moment, he might regret this a little.
That's fair enough.
Or not, I don't know. I don't know if he, like, it might take him a while, but, you know, he wasn't really thinking, obviously, when he did the thing, so there weren't a lot of thoughts.
Fair
I mean,
enough.
I could imagine like a part of him also being not proud, but like
Satisfied?
satisfied. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of
Especially
like
since it
he
was a
felt.
good punch.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, the good news is that a small part of everyone else NPC-wise in the room probably felt the same, but nevertheless, you don't do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we begin the initiative order in these sort of microseconds as everyone's trying to judge what the hell just happened, Muninn, you feel a sense of anger and frustration. And as usual, you realize it's not your own. As we've previously discussed, per your close relationship with Akesius, when he feels something, you feel it too.
Yes. Okay.
So, with this foreign sense of anger and frustration, you hear Akesius' voice in your mind. Your eyes are closed, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You hear Akesius' voice in your mind. That little idiot. That stupid, petulant child.
Yeah. I think that would translate to Muninn's facial expressions, and they would probably struggle not to, because it's probably an overwhelming like feeling, as it probably usually is. They probably try and like they look like they're about to say something or like be like yell at Anghel, but like they try not to, despite the fact that they look absolutely like annoyed. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And Akesius will continue. Well, there's only one choice, or two choices, my servant, at this point. Either kill Anghel or kill everyone here at this estate.
Oh my god!
There can be no witnesses now that it's come to this.
Oh no.
Yes, that includes the slaves and the nearby chefs. In fact, probably better burn this whole place down after you're done. But make sure nobody escapes, or kill Anghel.
Above board, do we know what he's worried about? That.
You can suspect. Muninn can ask. But.
Oh, we don't know for sure though.
Right.
Well, I more or less said it in bits and pieces, so I think you can, I mean the collective you, not you show and tell, if that makes sense. The collective you can piece it together, but of course Muninn can also just directly ask if they want.
I will ask for the sake of... So Muninn would say... I think Muninn was about to say something like, Akesius, I don't think that either of those things are necessary. I can talk us out of this.
You don't know this woman that your friend just punched.
Well,
feel free to try, but I suspect you will fail, and I suspect those are the choices that will be enforced on you.
But
I encourage you to decide quickly.
So, above board, the question that everyone's wondering is like, why does Akesius want us to kill everyone at the moment, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what is it that they witnessed?
Okay. Well, Muninn would ask,
that he's worried
why... Muninn would ask, like, why is there no other option? Like, what makes you say this?
I suppose the other option would be to cut off all the people here's tongues to prevent them from talking. But now that they've seen you, now that they've heard Rebob's testimony, the dice have already been set. You could have chosen their side or the prince's side. You were in the process of choosing their side. Now your friend Anghel's messed everything up. And think of it this way. Say you all escape instead. What do you think will happen then? Their little coup d'etat will continue with all the information they've gathered from you, and they won't consider you to be their friends. And even if they don't consider you to be on the same side as their enemies, you still snuck in here and assaulted one of them. Do you think they won't seek to exact vengeance? Better to cut off the evil at its stem.
It pains me to... It pains me to hear this, but I appreciate where you're coming from.
Again, you can spare all the hundreds of people living here if you just kill Anghel, or defuse the situation, but I doubt it. As in, I doubt you can manage that.
Killing Anghel would... Above board, I'm not considering this. Killing Anghel would... So
I would consider this.
No! So we would ask... So killing Anghel would help ensure that we regain favor with these people? Is that what you're saying?
It would indicate you're not on the same side as this rabble-rouser.
Well,
stupid peasant upstart.
If this was anyone...
I guess this is upset in case you didn't notice.
Yeah. Definitely. Muninn would say, if this was anyone else, I would consider that option, but I'm not going to kill Anghel. So the only other option is to kill everyone.
Then the choice is made, and I will hold you to it. Implying that, if the whole massacre, everyone path is the one you guys are heading down, Akesius will force you to do it.
But before I agree to this, are you sure there's no way we can't free the slaves? Who's to say that they're on the...
They've seen you here, you fool. Do you think they won't talk?
But...
If you had been more stealthy in your infiltration, perhaps, but you weren't.
Well, can I at least try to convince them not to... I mean, it's not like they liked being here. I could probably convince them to stay quiet, or...
And when their masters turn up dead and people turn up to question them and begin torturing them for answers, do you really think they'll stay silent? Quit asking stupid questions. Okay. Time is short.
I still won't kill Anghel.
Above board, he won't contest that.
Okay. No, that's fine. But, like, that's sort of implying that Muninn will have to kill everyone. So that's what they... In their head, that's what they, like, have agreed to, if that makes sense.
Sure. All this has been happening the span of a couple of seconds, I guess. because anime time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, shall we begin with the initiative order?
Let's go.
Sure.
The
The
horses.
horse.
Well, I keep it here. I kept it there just in case somehow he shows up because not very far away.
Okay.
But he's not here, and he's not aware the stuff is going down. So, yeah, he doesn't get a turn at least until now. So Piroshka will go first, as she recoils from your blow. Obviously, again, was a very, very tough blow. Anghel, bones were cracking very, very audibly, and she coughs up blood. Her face is messed up quite noticeably, and she snarls like her mouth full of blood. "Or I'll kill you!" And orders all the soldiers, "Kill them all!" The soldiers hesitate, look to Ertuğrul, but before they can say anything, Piroshka, I think, will lunge at you, Anghel, in an attempt to cut you, because she does have her own knives. How do you defend yourself?
Anghel has nothing on him.
Oh, you do?
I mean, what?
All right, your stuff was taken away. I'm an idiot. Yeah, your stuff was taken away.
Okay. I mean, the ladle wouldn't have helped anyway.
Actually, give me a sneaky. Because maybe you'll be able to keep some stuff, because people will assume, well, a ladle's not a weapon, for instance.
Oh, but it wouldn't help. Like, she's not magical, right?
As far as you know.
As far as I know.
For 2, I think they would have taken the ladle because it's metal, but I think they would have let you keep the sling because it doesn't look that dangerous. It's just, piece of, not rope, cloth more or less. So you still have your sling at the moment, but not your ladle.
Okay. And the sling, what did we say? It's just that it returns, right?
Yeah,
It
has infinite ammunition and a bonus if you're protecting the innocent.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, per your Prince Charming powers, remember how I told you that you have a +1 if you're trying to convince or encourage people who are sort of on the good side?
Mm-hmm.
Piroshka is very much on the evil side, so you have a -1 against her. Not in terms of combat, but in terms of trying to convince her to do things.
Okay, then I won't convince her.
Then I guess
I'll just punch her.
Yeah, I guess the board is set.
Okay. So she comes at him with knives.
One knife.
One knife.
For the moment.
So
It's a kitchen knife for context.
Okay. So he grabs hold of her wrist as she comes at him.
That sounds like a careful defense.
Careful.
She got a 5 previously on her attack.
Can I change what I'm saying? Like, kind of.
Yeah, you haven't rolled yet, so yeah.
Like more, or maybe he wrenches her wrist away from him, kind of, like from the trajectory toward him. He kind of like grabs hold of her wrist.
I was gonna give you forceful, but then you said something that made it even more careful.
Wrench it out.
The trajectory part and such. The wrenching away was forceful, but then you insisted on the trajectory thing, which made it careful.
It's not about the trajectory. It's just like he's moving. Like she was the one who's careful. Aiming toward,
she rolled,
I don't know where.
She rolled quick. I should mention.
Okay. No, but I'm just saying that the trajectory is hers. Angel's just like moving it away from him.
Fair enough, fine. Give me a forceful 10.
Yes. Does it count as protecting if it's like about, I don't know?
Let me read the wording on your thing.
Because it's about the horse?
The bonus is when you're attacking. The bonus is when you're attacking, not defending.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Right. Where am I?
A tie means she gets an advantage.
Okay.
She gets the advantage knife fight. Now, obviously, other NPCs, well, mainly Arturo will go before you guys. But as always, talking is a free action on behalf of everyone. But Arturo looks at the situation. The soldiers, when Piroshka yells at them to kill those people, they start pulling out their weapons. Arturo looks panicked, almost as if, wait, stuff is happening way too fast. Why are the soldiers listening to her, not me? I think I'm gonna roll his careful, and if he gets a low score, he will skip his turn because he's flabbergasted and flustered at the moment. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, he's a bit overwhelmed at the moment, so he skips his turn for the moment. Miroslav.
Okay.
I think Miroslav would try to unbind Always Thirsty.
Give me... Well, give me a bit more details as to how you do it. I'm only saying that because the system we're using is more based on how you do stuff, not what you do, if that makes sense. As in, like, what's going through Miroslav's mind? Or I have to do this ASAP, or okay, I have to be careful not to accidentally hurt Always Thirsty, or whatever.
It would probably be I should untie him so he doesn't get caught in the crossfire and can't do anything.
Careful then. It will be an easy roll because you are able to. These bindings are not rope; they're just cloth. It's basically what they had on hand. You don't even need your knife; you can just untie it. Although it's a very forceful tie, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Seeing that, Arturo stands up and says, "Stop that!" and definitely turns more on the hostile side than he was before.
Okay.
You still have your turn, because that was more of a narrative action.
Okay. Like he shouts that as I start unbinding him, or when I'm like nearly done.
Because of his poor roll, I think after you're done, because he's the information overload for him.
Then Miroslav would just be, I don't want him to get caught in the crossfire. And like
Arturo reaches for his pistol because, again, information overload at the moment.
Yeah. And also Miroslav would basically just put his hands a bit up in the air so that Arturo sees, like, he's not, like, doing any volatile action or attacking anyone. He's just, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically shows he's unarmed.
Would this translate to anything in terms of game mechanics?
I don't think so. It's more narrative, I guess. Like he's not attacking anyone. I mean, maybe he's trying to create an advantage. I don't know.
Maybe. You're up to you, obviously. Do you want to do that? And like, what would, if you do that, what would that advantage pertain to? Also, I don't have a better token on hand, so I'm gonna use the like little birthday cake token. This is to represent the slippery mess that Anghel made on the floor.
Okay.
And Always Thirsty, because I think Always Thirsty always also dropped his thing. Anyway.
I'm trying to think of an English word.
Mm.
uh, uh, non-volatile presence?
Well, before
Or
that,
some-
my question was, so you want to create an advantage. Not what's the name of the advantage,
okay.
but rather like what are you trying to do that would help you, or yeah, basically that.
I'm trying to not be perceived as an enemy per se.
Okay. Additional question then. Is your intention... Okay, I got it. I'm trying not to be perceived as an enemy.
Yeah.
My additional question. Are you intending to defuse the situation or to like... Okay, and when they're not ready, I'm gonna stab them in the back?
I want to diffuse the situation.
Then I think it would be... I'm leaning flashy, but I can also see careful. Your choice.
I would take the careful.
Sure. Please roll then. Oh yeah,
That's a 5.
you are a complete non-entity in everyone's minds at the moment.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
You gain two charges on your advantage. What was the name you gave it?
Non-volatile presence or unthreatening presence or something like that.
Sure.
Yay.
Nice.
You're like a shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As the soldiers lift up, point their guns and draw their weapons, none of them look at you. Ertrul, while he did say you stop that, he immediately looks away from you at the conflict that's happening right before his eyes. So you're not the center of attention in any way whatsoever at the moment. Okay. Anything else on your turn, Milo?
No.
All right. Then we would have Muninn. Muninn, per your position on the map, you're almost right in the middle of this knife versus punch-off. Like, if you're not too careful, you might get in the way of, like, Piroshka or Anghel's wild swings.
That's okay. Because I intend to get involved. But narratively, Anghel hasn't. No, okay. So, I guess narratively, almost like the Matrix, Muninn narratively would look to Anghel and shout like, "What have you done?" And then, as quickly as they made their decision in real time, not necessarily in IRL time. Real time to the... Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. As quickly as they decided, I guess I'm going to have to kill everyone, they would use the knife that they have to their advantage and try and, stab, Piroshka before she can realize what's happening.
Okay, now we're definitely past the point of no return. Give me a sneaky.
Oh, what's sneaky?
Well, yeah, the way you described it was very sneaky.
Oh, I meant to be quick. Like, Muninn's quickly fuck, and they just they don't they're being really quick.
All right, as in a more split of the moment decision. Okay, sure, I
Yeah.
can see it.
Okay, they're not trying to be hidden or whatever. Okay, could I? In that case, could I plus to it as well? Because
When quickly attacking with their... Yep, fits perfectly.
awesome. Okay. Oh,
Tie once again, because she got a 5. And you got a 5.
okay.
So that means you get an advantage.
That's fine. I can live with that.
Do you
Somehow.
have a name for your advantage?
Yeah, probably. Quick. I don't know actually. Probably quick blade. Quick blade.
One word or two?
Either or. I guess it could be two because it's like a quick blade, not a quick blade.
Sure. Here's your advantage. Your surprise knife attack momentarily puts Piroshka on the back foot, giving Anghel a bit of breathing room as well.
Awesome.
Good.
Muninn would say to Piroshka like, Muninn would say to Piroshka like, now you can show who you really are.
Spits blood in
Like
your face.
Sorry?
Spits blood in your face if you're close enough. If you're not close enough, she still tries.
That's fine. If they get spat on, then they would like try and close their mouth so it doesn't go in. Their eyes are already closed. So.
Sure.
Aren't your eyes closed already?
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that. They said that. Yeah.
Yeah, so my eyes are already closed, so that's fine. But I would quickly close my mouth, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
Can I get a careful from you to see if you notice something, Deli? Muninn, rather?
Yes. A 3 or 2, 5, depending on to you.
This, for the moment at least, is more of a narrative thing rather than a thing that will actually impact game mechanics. Although it might impact game mechanics later on as you get more accustomed to it. But you almost feel like you're better able to like predict your enemy's movements with your eyes closed, because with your eyes closed you're not basing your reactions so much on sight but rather on their almost spiritual intentions, which are kind of more honest, sincere, for lack of a better term. Again, this does not have an actual impact on gameplay yet, but it might later on.
Awesome. That's so cool. There are benefits to being an oracle. I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see with closed eyes.
Yeah.
Are they worth it though?
Maybe. I
We
don't know.
won't get into it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else on your turn, Deli?
I don't think so.
Noted. Rebob. Poor Rebob. I think for now, he'll sit this one out for now. Above board, Deli, when Akesis told you, yeah, kill everyone, he did not mean that Rebob in that list of killing everyone.
No, I
Thank
can imagine.
God.
So the group and Rebob are safe, I imagine.
Correct.
Okay, good.
No one else is. And I mean no one else.
Okay.
So Rebob, he's seated on the couch, so he can't really back away, and he can't get up without seeming like he's gonna take action and thus become a threat and escalate the situation. So he'll actually just stay put, because that's the most de-escalating thing that he can do. Not that there's much hope of de-escalating at this point, but at least he'll try. So Rebob will skip his turn. Then those two question marks don't happen yet. As for the soldiers, they will try to create an advantage as they all collect. Actually, no, they won't take aim and shoot because guns aren't very accurate and they might want to wind up shooting someone else. So they will not resort to their guns at the moment. So instead, they'll draw their swords. But they will create an advantage nevertheless to try to get ready for that. And they fail because they're flustered. I should mention, for every soldier token that you see on the map, there's actually 2 of them. That said, don't be necessarily intimidated by their numbers, because they are generic mooks, although elite mooks, but still generic mooks, so they should go down not easily, but not difficultly either. Make sense?
Okay. And
Okay.
also they're not like prepared for battle, they were eating.
Yeah, they're not wearing armor at the moment. Their weapons they have retrieved them, but they're not ready to wield them. Yeah, all that. But again, just to mention, wherever you see a soldier token on the map, imagine there's 2 of them. And I'll probably like put a mark on screen when like say, oh, I killed one but not the other. It will make sense when I do it. Okay. Servants begin running away. Piroshka yells something in the Mansi language, which I believe Miroslav and Muninn you guys speak?
Yes. Pretty sure.
Do I speak Mansi?
Yeah, I speak Mansi.
I'm not sure if I do.
Muninn, the Mansi represent an important part of the nobility in your native country, so it would make sense. But at the same time, they're not sort of the most important people, so it'll also make sense if the answer is no. Your choice.
I feel like I'd probably speak Mansi in that case.
Sure.
Miroslav's, which is just as a reminder, sorry. Is Domi the language of like
the slaves?
Domi is the slave language. Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I thought Mansi was Domi, but I got it wrong, which is why I was hesitant. But okay.
Mansi is Piroshka's native language, and more lore details that are not necessary for me to get into at the moment.
Okay. But yes, I could probably speak that. Yes.
Okay. So Muninn and Miroslav. Piroshka says again, her mouth full of blood, so she's difficult to understand, but she yells with a lot of passion. She yells, "Get in here," to like the general room, and then she yells at a random servant, let's say presumably one that's right here. She says, what's the name? "Get Pohomach here."
Oh my god.
Does the name tell me anything?
Almost certainly not, but give me a careful on a critical success, I might give you information. Yeah, no. And don't blame yourself. It rarely, if ever, would have come up.
Yeah.
Okay. So the servants on their turn run away, probably skipping their turn. Angel's turn.
Okay. Anghel wants to finish this quickly. So he punches her again.
Sure.
At least tries to.
Give me a forceful then, please. Let me check something off. Yeah, that would be the best way for her to defend. So she, an 8 to a 7, she will take 1 point of damage. Good job.
Nice.
Should I try to?
And feel free to argue if your stunt applies, but I'm not convinced. Because you're not necessarily defending the horse. You're defending the horse's honor.
Defending always thirsty. I don't know.
But he was not in danger from her.
Before the fight happened.
Everyone, defended everyone. Okay, fine.
You could do something really funny and use both 100 show and tell. Use both of your 100 episodes inspiration, like to +2 if you want to.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I should do something like that. You know, to take
what you're thinking.
Advantage of. You know what? Let's do it.
So
+2.
What are you invoking?
With the 100 episodes.
Okay.
Oh, I have to invoke something?
Well, that is the invoke.
Oh, okay.
So you're using. Go ahead, Deli.
I was gonna say you also have 4 fate points.
I know.
And the 2 birthday
and
inspirations.
birthday inspiration.
Okay, so you use one to deal 3 to her, correct?
No, two of them.
Oh, you use 2 of them. Okay, so you use both of them. Then she will use her knife fight to make it just 3 damage instead of 5.
All right, fair enough.
All right. She'll take it as her level 3 stress. Feel free to describe, like, in terms of narrative, what your punch does, so to say.
I think he punches her, like, in the, for some reason, I want to say in the kind of side
Okay.
something. I don't know.
Hmm.
And maybe it takes the breath out of her a little bit.
Sure. When you do that, you feel... It doesn't hurt you necessarily, but you feel that you've obviously punched her, but that she's carrying something metallic where you've punched her. Which just so happened to be her side.
Okay. Like, does he get, like, a shape or just...
Give me a careful. Because it was like an instant.
Yeah.
Could be a knife, could be a gun, could be something else entirely. You're not super sure.
Okay. But it's like, you know, I mean, I don't know if you can answer this, but like it's thick, like it's like a slab of metal, or I don't know.
Slightly on the thicker side, which does not like discount the knife possibility, because you could have hit the handle, for instance.
The handle, yeah, I was thinking that, yeah, but not like, you know, armor or something, like not something flat.
Yeah. No, it's definitely not armor. It's an object that's small-ish.
Okay.
But could be a weapon. Yeah, you don't necessarily know. Okay, good. That happened to be a very lucky point to hit her. That you revealed that bit of information.
Cool.
Anything else on your turn?
No, Anghel is very much, you know, the blood is rushing in his ears.
Should always firstly participate at least in this round of combat or not? Once again, with all the risks attached.
Yeah, not for now.
Noted. The horse is not here. So top of the round, Piroshka's turn. She... think she'll do the slightly unexpected thing and lunge for Muninn. As Muninn, she attempts to bite your neck.
Shit.
I knew it. That's a big number.
It is a big number, yes.
Okay. Could I wait? Wait. Have you? Anyway, could I see? Could I use divine intervention to get rid of that number? So,
let me check the wording on your stun. Divine intervention uses. Yep, perfectly fine.
Okay, epic. I'm doing that because that's a big number. I don't think I'll be able to whittle that down.
What does it do? Divine intervention
Protects Muninn from an attack. Using Akesius's literal divine intervention. And by the way, Muninn, how should that happen? Fortunately or unfortunately, that will be very obvious, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's okay, because I intend to kill these people anyway.
Yeah.
So I imagine maybe like, I imagine because Akesius is quite brutal, it would be like a blinding light situation, but like Muninn is being puppeted, so it's like Akesius forces Muninn to blind her to stop her from doing that.
Sure.
Maybe, but like obviously it wouldn't affect her like later. Like literally blind her for that one attack.
Yeah. I think because she was lounging at you and you blinded her, obviously you can't stop her like she's already moving. She will obviously not hit you because she's blinded, but I think that means probably get past you, like how I'm moving her on the map, just because she's overreaching, so to say. Incidentally, let's say for comical purposes, she slips in Anghel's dropped food pile.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I think Muninn would probably let out a bit of like a cry of pain because they like their body like jolted like that.
Yeah, definitely. And even though it was just for an instant, it would still hurt quite a bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Now the flashing light has, because this room has windows, has garnered the attention of people outside as well, expediting things a little bit.
Oh no.
But yeah. That was Piroshka's turn. Ertugrul's turn, as the light still shines, and he says, "Explosive? An explosive? Kill them all!" He says, and Caramel finally making a decision.
Oh fuck. Well,
Yes.
I think he will be the only one to have the courage to use a gun. The others don't because they risk hitting someone else. So he pulls his pistol and shoots semi-randomly. So I'm gonna roll a number to see whom he actually attacks. Okay.
My God.
alright.
Okay. So Rebob's next to him, so there's no way it would hit Rebob. So. I want to say always thirsty, but because he's not involved in the combat, I can't. So for the moment, he's excluded. So Miroslav, Anghel, Deli, Piroshka, servant, or a soldier. So I'll roll a d6. And going top to bottom, it'd be one Miroslav, 2 Anghel, 3 Deli, 4 Piroshka, 5 soldier, 6 servant.
I love that that he attacks not Muninn but Deli.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm mixing up my words. But I don't
fine.
think you'll love that you hit. He rather will hit you with the one. I
I know.
what's his thing? Okay, so
I mean, in terms of percentage, there are a lot more
Ouch.
soldiers than than
oh shit is right. So how do you defend yourself from bullet coming your way?
be quick about it.
Can I like
Events.
jump to the side when I see that he's like pulling up his gun?
Yeah. I will say probably a bit difficult to see given Muninn, but you can definitely hear the gunshot and the rustling. So just
Wait, why would Muninn be in the way? I'm
Because
Move
there's
closer
light.
to-
The light. I think.
Oh,
the light from
yeah.
Muninn, not Muninn themselves.
But
Yeah,
it
yeah,
would
yeah.
be near my back since I'm looking towards Ertugrul.
Yeah, I will say what I'm saying does not contradict your role. It was just like a slight narrative tweak, but I'm perfectly fine with like out of the corner of your eye or whatever, noticing that he's pulling out a gun. So give me a quick then, please.
Okay.
How do you take 6 points of damage?
Oh
Can I use one of my fate points to reroll?
Mm-hmm. You can also
no!
use an advantage.
Don't forget
roll.
that you have an advantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, true. I could also use my advantage of the unthreatening presence, but
Or
doesn't
I've-
really work with randomly shot.
or also, I think, Show&Tell, it was you who discovered Ertuğrul's aspect, I think, because you were in the room the longest. If Show&Tell allows you, you can use his aspect to improve your roll if you can justify it, obviously.
Yeah.
I did? Okay, I don't remember.
But I think I would use one of my 100 episodes to reroll my quick, and at first hope for the best. Okay, that's
Oh, that's
Good.
nice.
Wow, nice. That's only 1 damage. Much better.
That's decent.
yes. Can I get around this 1 damage as well somehow?
Also, please let me know if, like, the music's too loud or anything like that, okay?
It's fine.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Hmm. No. Don't want to take the damage since I would have to take the 2 for 1 damage. Eh.
So, are we sticking with you taking just 1 damage, or?
I'm still thinking.
Okay.
I mean, Show&Tell, would you be okay with me using the experienced war veteran?
Sure, I don't even remember that I did this. Yeah, go ahead.
In
If
the
you
way
can, if you can
that
justify it, yeah.
yeah, that Miroslav would expect him to have a very quick reaction, seeing as there was like the sudden burst of light from Muninn.
I would argue that the opposite. If he's a war veteran, why the hell is he shooting something that he thinks is an explosive?
True.
It was obviously a very knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to it if you want to argue it further, of course.
Actually, I will take the 1 damage.
Yeah, I don't think it's too bad. And
Yeah. So
Your level 1 stress then?
yeah.
As a reminder, your stress, everyone's stress, and level 2 consequences generally go away at the end of the fight, provided you have like a chance to get a brief rest.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ertuğrul poses gun, shoots semi-randomly. Miroslav, you barely managed to get away, but I think I leave it up to you if the bullet grazes you or if it just scares you, because stress does not necessarily mean physical damage. So I leave it up to you.
I'd guess it would like not like really graze me, but like hit my shirt, like make a rip
a
in
bit?
my shirt, I guess.
Yeah, sure. And bullet flies past, lands in a wall. Everyone's aware. Yeah, shit's going down if it wasn't already. That was Ertuğrul's turn, and now it's your turn, Miroslav.
So Miroslav is kind of in a bind right now because he was like, okay, I want to de-escalate this, but also he got the reaction to that. Well,
He got
was
shot at.
tried to be shot. He got shot at. So, huh. What would he do?
I just had a funny thought. Killing everyone in the room would certainly de-escalate the situation.
Yeah, but it would still, you still have to, kill everyone at the estate too, and not let anyone escape.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be fair, that's only in Muninn's mind. Miroslav does, and Anghel don't know that.
Miroslav's thought of de-escalation is very much different from that. It is nobody dies. I don't know.
You could get to safety.
You
maybe?
can create an advantage, like
Yeah, that's true.
for yourself if someone shoots at you again.
Yeah. So you could scurry off, or you could try and just add suggestions. You could try and not like attack someone, but like throw someone off their guard, which would be an advantage maybe by like throwing something at someone's head. Or
if it helps, while Muninn's light was just a flash, and it is going away, I would say it's still somewhat present enough to moderately disorient everyone in the room.
Yeah.
what if Lady of... I just had a thought. What if Lady Ophelia needs to be warned about what's going on?
We can worry about her later.
I think we can't really get to Ophelia right now. I'm just trying to think, but I don't think getting through the 2 soldiers, even if it is just to basically get always thirsty out, would work.
Would always thirsty want to get out?
I don't know. Think.
You could roll it careful to see what everyone's thinking.
Well,
as well.
With like a careful of, what's everyone thinking, I can give a very general answer that won't be very helpful. But you can roll a careful to see, what's random soldier number 7 thinking, or what's Muninn. Yeah.
Or what?
Actually, for what's Muninn thinking, Dely can just freely convey that, but never mind.
Yes.
I would more like try a careful to see whether Ertugrul would like fire at me again, or if it was just like being spooked.
I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
Choked a bit on my drink.
Okay.
Oh my god, you're right.
Please don't die.
I'm fine. I am fine. Apologies to the viewers. I didn't mute in time. I didn't hear the last part of what you said because of that, Milo. I'm very sorry.
I would like to try to figure out whether Ertugrul would shoot at me again, or if it was more like a just he is spooked reaction.
Give me a careful.
Yeah. 5.
While the initial shooting was a spooked reaction, he's very much into this is a battle mode at the moment. He is... If he perceives you as hostile, he will shoot.
Okay.
Currently, because of your previous advantage, does not see you as friendly, but he doesn't see you as hostile yet. But he does see Anghel and Muninn as hostile and always thirsty.
Yeah. Um.
Apologies.
It's okay. Take a moment to
Yeah.
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 I'm fine. Let's let's carry on.
Okay.
Miroslav would, I think, like a bit louder towards Muninn and Anghel, be like, what has gotten into you? Like, I understand she said hurtful things, but this will just escalate the situation.
He's saying that to Anghel?
To both, like towards Anghel and Muninn, because you're
Yeah.
both attacking Piroshka.
Can I
Okay.
get sorry, a flashy from you? It will not be a difficult roll. It's just that the soldiers. Okay, yeah, your message gets across. It's just that the soldiers are also like shouting battle cries, and there's a bit of a
Yeah.
ruckus going on at the moment. But your message does go through.
Right.
And Anghel, Muninn, you don't. Well, maybe Anghel does, but otherwise you don't need to roll for your reply to get across, because now you've got each other's attentions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Muninn would say, "You're telling me this is like, now I'm gonna have to clean this up. Like I'm gonna have to clean this mess up."
Okay, I don't think Anghel gets what you mean.
Neither does Miroslav. He's like, before you attacked her, it might have been easier to de-escalate.
You're preaching to the choir. You're preaching to the choir, Miroslav.
Oh my
That's
god.
what Muninn would say.
Your tone of voice is so funny to me.
This is like an inconvenience. It's not like our lives are in danger, but Muninn is seeing this as an inconvenience more than anything.
Yeah.
Like, god damn it.
To be fair to Muninn, sorry. Acacius' emotions are still sort of bleeding through, and Acacius is feeling very, very frustrated at the moment.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
Well, it's not the deciding factor, but it is definitely influencing Muninn's behavior, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense to me. I guess maybe Muninn would shout to someone, like to both of you, like if there's enough time within this time frame of or whatever, Muninn would say like to both of you, like what, both of you grab something, like grab a weapon.
Anghel, I think Miroslav's words kind of got through to Anghel a little bit. Like maybe he's looking at his fist like he's a little surprised.
And then as you look at your fist, you see Piroshka snarling, almost like an animal, and preparing to lunge at you again.
Yeah, so I guess it's like the point of no return, kind of.
Yeah.
If you want like a bit of subtle encouragement, the Prince Charming intrusive thought of you definitely wants you to bring Piroshka to justice, whatever that means.
Okay.
Because she is evil.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, that definitely fuels, Angel's righteousness, I guess.
Prince
So
Charming
he
does not have feelings towards the soldiers, just to be clear, just towards Piroshka. She's the evil one.
Mm-hmm. So I think he, like after this moment of like maybe hesitation, he kind of turns away from Miroslav, like,
Um,
Because he doesn't
Yeah.
have much to say.
Miroslav would not necessarily like. Is there anything within reach that is like a plate or like a serving plate or something?
I will say they're not on the screen because
Yeah.
I didn't have time to make a proper map. But there is, again, the guests were seated on couches, so there's
Yeah.
that, and their food was on plates that they've set down on the couches because, you know, an interrogation is no time to enjoy a fancy meal and all that. So there would be,
Yes.
and I think nearby, yeah.
So he would kind of reach towards a plate just to have like something to protect himself with, but nothing that.
Oh, I thought he was
he
gonna
would-
throw it or something.
Oh no, he does not want to escalate this
Okay.
further than it already is. He's still hoping that somehow it can at least be kept to like you two and Piroshka.
Mm.
He doesn't have much hope, but he has hope. So he's basically just like holding a plate.
And if that plate breaks, if someone, shoots at it or something, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, but he doesn't like if somebody shoots at a plate and then it goes towards me, it's still better than if it just goes towards me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess you're gonna get shards of plate instead, or both. But sure.
Like that's why I wanted to know if there's like a serving plate because those tend to be out of like metal and not
Oh yeah, there. I think there would be both ceramic and metal plates nearby.
Yeah, he would
Okay.
take like a metal plate and just like hold it in front of himself. Like
Just
I
be
would-
yeah, noted. Just be advised, it's not gonna stop a bullet.
oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's purely for his mind basically.
Sounds like a. If you want to turn this into a game mechanic thing, sounds like a careful advantage.
Yeah.
Or careful attempt at creating an advantage anyway. Yeah, you get one charge on it. Do you
Nice.
want another charge on unfriending presence?
Sure.
Noted. Anything else on your turn?
No.
Fair enough. Then it is Munin's turn.
Oh,
The soldiers begin rushing at the group, for context, but they obviously will only do so on their turn.
okay. Who is Piroshka? Who's holding everyone's weapons? Is it like Piroshka can't be like?
Your weapons are outside.
Okay, they're all outside. Fine. In that case, could I? I'm just looking at a few things before I make my move. Could I use, because I've already used blinding light? Could I use it again? So double up my money. As in, like, because divine intervention, and you know what I'm trying to say, like, I kind of technically used blinding light during my divine intervention.
Oh, okay. So narratively
saying.
to like couple those up. Yep, sure. Okay.
Yeah. While I'm so like narratively, I'm not using it twice, but game mechanics wise, could I use that?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, because she's already blind, could I use my blinding light stunt to attack Piroshka? I'm trying to get, like, same again. Like, I'm trying to be quick with my dagger, like, try and get a quick sort of stab in, you know, a couple of stabs.
Yeah, and she will not be able to defend herself.
Okay, awesome.
Give me a quick, please.
Yes. Did you say quick, yeah?
Yeah, the way you worded it, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. So 6.
Oh yeah, because you're coupling with your other stunt too. Okay, yeah, 6. Yeah, I guess you'll take a level 6 consequence.
Okay.
Do you
Damn.
do you have a name for it? Again, this is like a crippling injury or a lasting mental trauma thing, whatever you want it to be.
Because it's a stunt, then she doesn't.
Yeah, because of this specific stunt. Well, Dely technically used 2 stunts in this attack. One to give themselves +2, and one to ignore Piroshka's defenses.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, that's the blinding light stun. I can ignore defenses.
By the way, I do wonder, like, hypothetically, completely hypothetically, you use your blinding light stunt and you roll, say, you're flashy and you get, I don't know, -2. Would you heal your opponent?
That's a good question. Maybe.
I guess we'll
That
deal with
would
it
be
when it
funny.
happens.
Yeah. That's a really good question.
Maybe only.
Why?
if,
Because it ignores the defenses. So.
Well, because...
Yeah.
Yeah, it ignores the defenses, but that's not the important part, but rather the end result would be a -2. So, does that mean...
Maybe I give a -2 to myself.
Sure.
Like, I try and stab her and I end up, like, hurting myself.
Maybe. I guess it wouldn't... I guess it would technically just count as a failure, but if it happens, we'll make something funny of it. Anyway, level 6 consequence on Piroshka.
Okay.
Damn.
I think because Muninn has stabbed her, something like severed tendon or severed artery or something, or like
It would have to be an important artery, because level 6 is very, very harsh.
okay,
Maybe
then
like
yes,
a severed
please.
hand.
Yeah, you can you can cut her hand off. Yeah. Well, maybe not, because Muninn is stabbing instead of slicing.
true. Yeah.
What about? Okay, can this work? She went to bite me. What if I stabbed her like in the muscles that do her jaw, so she loses her jaw movement? Is that too much?
I think it's fine, but I don't know enough about anatomy to say if that's actually a thing.
I'm just wondering suddenly. When Anghel punched her, like she can bite. I mean, I guess her
she
teeth
tried to
remain.
she tried to at least.
Okay.
Debatable if, well, she probably would have some measure of success if she'd actually succeeded, which she hasn't. But
Okay. Sorry for barging in.
no worries.
Yeah,
It's a good question, and
Yeah.
I guess it's revealing about her character that even if like her face is not working properly, that's one of her go-to responses.
Yeah, definitely. Crazy woman.
To say the least.
Yeah. So, I'm happy with. By the way, I'm happy with either severed artery or like something like that, or severed, whatever. So something has been severed.
Well, to be fair, if you're aiming at like her neck or head or mouth or whatever, there are important arteries there. So I think at least, again, I'm not very good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm not very good at biology or anatomy. I'm sorry, everyone, but I think that's correct.
Okay.
Sounds correct to me. Like, who needs more than that?
Okay.
Yeah, you slice her up in her neck, mouth region area place. She definitely bleeds a lot and definitely clutches her wound in very obvious pain. She, above board, if she doesn't get medical attention, she is in mortal danger, but that's not really her priority at the moment, is it?
Is it? It should be our priority. But okay.
Anything
Go
ahead.
I was gonna say we're probably like trying to kill us. It's like she's like
Yeah.
But were you about to say anything else? By the way.
Yeah, anything else on your turn?
I don't think so. Maybe like Muninn would like wipe the blood from their face, like like say if Piroshka like stumbles back, they would like try and wipe the blood from their face, even though it's not like in their eyes.
I mean, she was crouching, so I don't think you'd get blood on your face. You might get it on your clothes.
Oh, okay. Oh no, from earlier when she spat at me, that blood.
Oh, fair enough. My bad.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. But yeah, other than that, I'm good.
She's looking very, very worse for wear, to say the least. Rebob's turn. I think he'll also skip this turn just because there's still the remnants of the blinding light, and he's still like, this has happened in less than 20 seconds. It's a bit fast for his sake, for his taste, let's say. So I think he'll skip his turn. Okay. One of the question marks is not here yet. The other one will create an advantage. Feel free to, if anyone wants to roll carefuls to see if they notice anything, let's say.
I would like to.
I will say, I will say this, they still create the advantage, but that now you might notice.
I feel like I'd be too preoccupied, or Muninn would be too preoccupied.
I think it makes sense, the most sense for Miroslav to notice. Yeah, you see someone poking their like foot in at the entrance here. You're not quite sure who or what they are. They're probably not on your side, and they seem to, you spot like the glint of a dagger, so they are probably preparing to attack you guys, whomever might be sort of behind this entrance.
And I mean, she did call to someone, right?
Yeah, she said, get in here, and then she told the servants, get Pomach here.
Okay.
You, yeah, go ahead.
Miroslav would definitely like keep that space where the person will probably appear like in focus. So he wouldn't be looking at Atagrul anymore. He would more be like focused on the door.
Makes sense to me. That was the anonymous person. Then these soldiers. Think they will swarm in, trying to overwhelm you guys. But in terms of game mechanics, I'm not gonna treat what they're. No, this person's not rolling around. I'm not gonna treat what they're doing as an attack, rather as an assist coming Piroshka's way as they're trying to sort of relieve the pressure you guys are putting on her, so to say.
Okay.
So I'll tag a little +1 for Piroshka so that I remember. Okie dokie. Servants, most of them have fled, meaning it is Anghel's turn.
Ooh, okay. So Anghel might. I feel like. I don't know. Kind of. I want to say like sweep her legs or something as she's, clutching her wound, and it's kind of whatever.
I would say she maybe I was choking when I said that, so that's maybe why I wasn't heard. I don't remember exactly, but she slipped and fell on the food that you spilled earlier.
Oh, right.
So also when Muninn stabbed her, she was trying to get up. So she's still on the ground, if that makes sense. Trying to get up.
Okay, I see. What can you do to someone on the ground?
Kick them? I don't know.
I mean,
seems kind of mean, but you can do that. Go ahead.
Stomp.
Huh? Is she currently trying to get up, or?
Yep. And she still has that look in her eyes that says, I'm gonna kill you. She doesn't appear... Like, her injuries are secondary to her. She's more intent on hurting you guys than helping
Jesus.
herself. Yeah, she's not a nice person, yeah.
She's tenacious. I guess I'm just gonna push her down to the floor. I don't know.
Is this an attack?
Yeah.
Sure. Give me your forceful then, please.
I'll get her.
She got a 6, you got a 5. You tried...
Okay.
Narratively, obviously, unless you want to spend fate points, I think as you try to push her, she instead grabs your foot and tries to pull you off balance.
Mm-hmm. Let me think. Oh, I'm going to use her drink your blood, something.
You may, of course.
To do a +2.
Sure. I will spend a fate point to mitigate that.
Okay. Muninn, can I use severed artery?
You don't need to ask Muninn's permission. You have to ask
But they gave it to her.
Yeah, you have to ask for aspects they discover, not consequences. For instance, the fact that she's bleeding, even though it was Muninn's fault, Muninn has no control over the fact that she's bleeding at the moment, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but I feel bad using it up.
You can totally use it.
If you're asking like permission, like, hey, I'm having a strategy. Do you mind?
Yeah, I should have said Deli, not Muninn.
Okay,
Yeah.
My bad.
It was my bad too.
Use it.
Okay, then I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
Sure. Let me think. I almost feel like I should. Should I save the fate points or should I? She's a tenacious bastard of a woman. I guess I'll use another fate point to mitigate it.
Ugh. Okay. What else do we have?
Good question. I mean, you've got loads of fate points. Have you already used one? Sorry, I don't know if I...
Fate points
Blank.
she has not, no.
Okay, let me, I guess, use one birthday inspiration.
Oh?
Okay, yeah. You may. Yeah, I think... Oh, I'm an idiot. She has the assist from the soldiers. So...
Oh, yeah.
If you use your birthday inspiration, that will bring you to a tie, not a 1 damage.
Oh, and then she gets an advantage?
You get an advantage.
Okay, okay, let's do that.
So you're using the birthday inspiration to get the advantage?
Yeah.
Sure. What's the advantage called?
A righteous fury. I don't
Yeah,
know.
makes sense.
Hell yeah.
As you begin stomping on this lady.
Stomping. Oh god.
Because you don't deal actual damage, I don't think you're hurting her much, but you're definitely keeping her, like you're preventing her from rising at the moment. And
Okay.
at least doing further harm. Well, sort of. Good enough.
Okay.
Anything else on your turn? And also, do you mind if I move you closer to her just for clarity's sake?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay. Other questions still stands?
No, nothing else.
Noted. Do you want always thirsty to become involved?
No.
Okie dokie. Then as we enter the third round. I'm going to DM you something, Show&Tell, okay?
Okay. Interesting.
It's
I have sent the DM.
Yeah, I saw.
I apologize for the dramatic tension, everyone.
Yeah, I wonder why it's like such a secret.
Okay. Then, top of the round. Horse is not here, so skip their turn. Piroshka still has the 1 assist. So I guess, since you're the immediate danger, I guess she'll try to get you off your footing, Anghel, and like drag you into the pile of blood and food with her so that she can probably choke the life out of you or something. How do you defend yourself?
He pulls back. He pulls against her, I guess.
Give me a force, please.
she's like death rolling like a crocodile.
Yeah, sure. So she got a 6 with her assist to your 4.
I'll take a stress.
Sure. I think she.
It's 2. Okay.
Your level 2 stress.
Yeah.
I think she. That does mean she pulls you into the combination of blood and food that you spilled earlier with her, and she would clearly begin the process of attempting to choke you. Though obviously she does not do that yet, but it's clear that that's what she's trying to do.
Choking is like.
Kind of personal in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking also about the fact that he couldn't breathe before, right? Because of the poison, right? He couldn't breathe.
The thingies. Right. It's in terms of narrative, sure. If we're talking about the compels that you suffered, I don't think it would affect you because, you're not sharp of hearing, you're distrustful of food or drink, and you go on the fairy side quests. None of those seem to apply at the moment.
Yeah, I'm just talking narratively, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's
unpleasant and brings back very recent bad memories. Ertugrul's turn. Think he gets up from the couch.
You was sitting on the couch the whole time? I missed that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He quickly mouths to Rebob in Caramel, so I guess only Muninn understands. Stay here as he rushes into the fray himself. Does not perceive Miroslav as a threat yet, so I think he'll push a couple soldiers out of the way so that he can cut at probably Muninn, because Muninn is Anghel's on the ground, not in Ertugrul's reach, so he'll cut at Muninn. How does Muninn defend themselves?
Muninn would probably...
With a sword, if it wasn't clear enough.
With a sword, yeah. Muninn would probably try to... try and, move out the way so that the because the swords are relatively heavy. So Muninn would try and move out the way so that the momentum of the strike, makes him tumble over. Not over, but tumble, Or top, or do you know what I'm trying to say? Trip up,
Yeah, sounds clever or careful.
I'll go with clever, because I don't get to use that very often. 7.
Still have to take 1 point of damage. Can I also get a careful from you to see if you notice something? It will be an easy roll.
Yes. 4.
Yeah, it's, just in case this is relevant, this is clearly a cavalry saber, not normal foot soldier saber, which are longer and not as well designed to fight like foot to foot, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't mind taking the one. You said 1 damage, right? I don't mind taking that. Like, I imagine that would be like a nick or a scrape, right?
Yeah, I think so. Or your choice, because again, stress isn't necessarily physical damage. It can also be mental damage. So if you prefer that you're just shaken up by it, your choice.
Yeah, I don't mind either way. I mean, I guess now, like, it makes sense either way. Like, to be, like, scraped.
Sure. You are suitably scraped. And, yeah, you now face a clear veteran and experienced soldier in addition to the psychopath at your feet.
Okay.
And the, obviously, cohort of soldiers around you. Anyway, yeah. That was Ertugrul's turn. Miroslav. Oh, Milo?
Yeah.
Okay, you're talking fine. I think you said something,
Yeah.
but okay, yeah.
No, I was just making thinking noises. Sorry. Uh. Uh, I think Miroslav would like throw a questioning glance over to Ribab, just to see like what he thinks
Give me a
we
careful.
should do.
Ribab doesn't even know. I'll be completely honest.
I mean, that's kind of what I expected, but for Miroslav, it's like, okay, those two
I can
will
tell.
not stop.
I can tell you, because you've known him for a while at least, Ribab will put his job first. If
Yeah.
that means killing his old friend, he won't be happy about it. But
Yeah,
he's not at the point that he thinks that's something that,
is necessary.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the same for Miroslav. Like, he is like protect. He can't even be much of a protection to like either Anghel or Muninn, just because, well, he's basically unarmed. He can just support in defense, if even, but I think he would like continue to keep an eye on the door instead of joining the battle, because that is like the biggest threat from outside that can like surprise.
Then, I'm assuming same thing as before, your careful advantage?
Yeah.
Give me a careful then, please. 10 situation, you still get the advantage, you're just feeling a bit personally overwhelmed, but you still get the advantage.
Yeah.
Can I get a sneaky from you?
Yes.
Okay. Let me think what that means. Okay, yeah, I think, yeah, I know what that means. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else on your turn, Milo? Miroslav, yeah.
No.
Okay. That would make it Muninn's turn. Above board, for everyone, the way things are going, I imagine this will be sort of the last round before we end the session. As in, we'll go all the way back to Anghel, of course, but then we'll cap the session.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, dokie.
Yep.
That's fine. In that case, in true anime fashion, I gotta make this count. So, could I use... Sorry, the guy that... Oh, yeah. So I'm fighting this... I'm fighting... I don't know how to pronounce his name, but... Troll. Right?
Ertuğrul, more or less.
Troll. Because I saw the G, and I was like...
It's a silent G. I don't have the Turkish diacritic to put in place to mark it as a silent G.
It's not a criticism. It just threw me off. So... Troll, obviously, is attacking me right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like while if he did sort of stumble as planned earlier, Muninn would try to obviously correct me if I'm wrong. Muninn would try to use that to their advantage and slice at his hand or wherever, to while he's stumbling, or just to slice at him in general.
Sounds like careful or quick attack, your choice.
Okay, I would love a quick, please. So I'm just going to do that.
Sure.
A 7.
2 is 9.
Yeah. That's okay. Because... Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna narrate what that means, but if you want to improve your roll, go ahead.
I would like to. I don't know if I can. Could I use Quick Blade, my advantage from before, because I'm using my blade quickly?
To reroll or give yourself +2?
Just +2, and then that way...
Makes it a tie?
Yes.
So
that's fine.
I mean...
You spend an advantage to get an advantage?
If you use your fate point, it will renew next session or not?
That's true. So could I do that? And then the
Well, what are you invoking?
the aspect I'd like to invoke is skilled with small daggers. So it's all dagger themed today.
Go figure.
Yeah. Again, to get a +2.
Well, if we're going by the rule that your fate points renew, I guess my fate points will also renew.
Oh no! Okay.
Yes, so.
Guess so. So
Yeah.
I'll use my fate point to negate that. That does mean I'm out of fate points and obligated to accept compels, but you know.
Same here though. So
Well, for
okay.
like the next 10 or so minutes.
Yeah. Awesome. I'm fine with that, by the way.
Okay. You get an advantage with a tie. Do you want your quick blade back?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Sure. Rebob skips his turn. Not a happy situation for him. He's not a happy camper. First question mark doesn't show up yet, but the second question mark now reveals itself. And per Miroslav's sneaky roll, determines that Miroslav is a bit of a threat, so I think we'll go for Miroslav. As
Oh.
I mean, I'm very openly staring at the door. So
as someone I don't think any of you expected to see shows up from behind the door, carrying a large knife, lunging for Miroslav, this individual.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
You might remember this fellow as the slave you liberated that turned out to be Nyctelios. And
Oh. Right. That was with Ashen.
yeah, except this one doesn't look pale.
Ah.
So it's the real guy. It's the real guy, right?
but
Presumably.
wasn't a real guy.
Wait, so Nyctelios just took the form of him?
Yep.
Huh. Okay.
What a coincidence. Well, sort of, but not really.
Huh.
So,
So we don't really know him at all, actually.
No.
he emerges from behind a doorway, creepily silent, as in not that he's stealthy, but unlike the soldiers or like even the very disciplined air troll, he doesn't utter a battle cry or anything. He just pulls out a knife and sinisterly marches towards Miroslav with the clear intent of harming Miroslav. With a... Feel free to give me a careful to like analyze the look on his face, so for lack of a better term, Miroslav.
Yeah, what's his motive? Does he love Piroshka? What's going on?
He looks determined with a hint of fear.
Okay.
Comes up with a knife, tries to stab Miroslav. How do you defend yourself?
He looks like a slave, though. He's a slave for sure.
How
Could
does one look like a slave?
I don't know. How do we know that people are slaves? Is he Domi?
He looks to be of that ethnicity, but there are plenty of darker skinned people nearby.
Okay.
Could I try to use the serving tablet that I picked up to, not to like frontally hold it before the knife, but like to redirect the knife away from me?
Yeah, sounds careful or clever as a defense.
I'd take it.
Sure.
Clever.
Yeah. I gave you the option, yeah. Still 2 points of damage coming your way. That thing was not designed to protect against weapons.
Maybe to laugh.
Uh, 2 points of damage, you say? Can I use a fate point to give myself a +2?
What are you invoking?
Steady-handed and precise.
Yeah, that makes sense in this context, yeah. Making it a tie.
Yeah.
Tie means this fellow gets an advantage instead of dealing damage. Okay. Unnerving presence, I'll call it, because he does give that aura.
Fair.
I have a technical question. Can you invoke with a fate point an advantage that you still have charges on?
Yeah, you just you can. I don't see why you would, but you can.
Because if you want to fill up if the fate points are filling up next session, they...
Sure, you can. Well, you cannot use a fate point to like charge up an advantage, but you can use the fate points in lieu of using your free charges.
Yeah.
Usually most people wouldn't do that because fate points are more flexible than the one charge you have on the advantage, which is free. But if you can do that, certainly.
Like instead of an invoke of like an aspect that requires too much thinking from me right now.
Yes, you can use fate points to invoke advantages, yes. And in fact, if like you're out of free charges, you would use fate points to invoke advantages.
Yeah, I know. But I just don't want to use up the advantage because,
Yeah, you can. It's permissible. Unusual, but permissible.
Okay. But what's the difference though?
Well, again, fate points are more flexible, so people don't like using them just on
like in
advantage.
other situations, you mean? Like
Yeah.
in the...
Yeah, like fate.
Yeah, okay.
You. And even in this specific situation, you can use a fate point on any one of your aspects, but you can only use the free invoke on that one advantage. So even in this very specific situation, a fate point is usually more flexible. That said, I get your rationale that, if our fate points are going to recharge next session, I get that rationale. So the answer is yes.
Okay.
That was this fellow's turn. I'll write in his name as Timbiri because that's the name that Nictelios gave you. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's the correct name, but it's the closest name to what he actually is, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
So that was this fellow's turn. The soldiers, I think, will continue trying to put pressure on you guys to relieve the pressure on Piroshka, so she'll keep her +1. Servants, none of them here. Angel's turn.
Okay, Anghel is kind of affected. I mean, you said that she started trying to choke him.
Basically, she has succeeded in wrestling you to the ground with her. Now, you can clearly see her that she's reaching out with her hands, clearly with the intent to choke you. Or maybe.
Okay, that's enough for Angel's, hackles to rise.
Yeah.
For him to be super not happy with his situation, so he's just lashes out, trying to push her away.
Is this counting as an attack?
An attack, yes.
Okay, sounds like a forceful attack to me.
Let's go.
She got an 8, you got a 5.
She has a 9.
A 9, my bad. You're very much correct, yes.
Okay. So
if we leave it at that, she would get an advantage.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna use a fate point. With Righteous Fury, I guess.
So the fate point instead of the free invoke, like we discussed. Sure.
Yeah.
Noted. That with a 7 to her 9, that negates the advantage she would get.
Okay, now, wait, can I do another one? I can't do another one.
This very rarely comes up, but I think per the rules you cannot spend multiple fate points on the same thing on the same roll. Mm-hmm. You can use the free invoke, but not spend fate points on it, which is a bit convoluted, but I think that's how the rules would work.
Okay. Can you use a fate point to use, with her consequences?
Yep.
Is that a thing?
Yep.
Oh, really? Okay. Then let's use one fate point with a severed artery or something.
Bringing you to a tie, meaning you would get an advantage.
Okay, and now let's use one with drink your own blood.
Dealing 2 damage to her.
Yeah.
Okay. I have no way of countering this. So that would mean
awesome.
She takes a level 2 consequence. Do you have a name for it? A level 2 is not as severe as the 4 or the 6, but yeah.
Right. What did I just do to her? Push her away?
Yeah. But we can obviously extrapolate that, I don't know, maybe she lands on something sharp or whatever.
Yeah. Let's just go with bruised. I don't know.
Sure.
She fell on her tailbone.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you guys have previously grievously injured someone by making them fall on their tailbone. So it's not unprecedented. But yeah, she snarls in pain, again, almost like an animal. But unfortunately, she's not out of the fight, and she will get at least one more chance, presumably next session. Unless you want always thirsty to jump in and presumably give the knockout blow.
That would be funny, but I'm not gonna risk it.
Yeah, his best
Very
stat
good.
is like a 3, and her best stats are around 7-ish. So yeah.
I should have used the last fate point, but whatever.
So, does always thirsty do anything, combat wise? I imagine he's.
No,
I imagine
no.
he's cringing in fear,
Yeah, pretty much.
or maybe trying to sip some of the wine. I guess. Oh no, there won't be wine. Never mind. Yeah, some of
Yeah, there wouldn't be.
some of the
juice,
some
probably.
yeah some of the water or the fruit juice. Yeah. So, is this then a good spot to cap off today's session?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thoughts on today's session, everyone?
It was very cool.
Fun. I don't think that I've used up so many fate points like recently. I remember having a lot of fate points a long
I mean,
time.
the thing is, since you had more than 3, they didn't become more again. So
Yeah.
you just slowly used them up until you were at 3, basically.
That's a good point.
Yeah, possibly, but yeah. I don't think I ever went down below 3.
You tend to be conservative with them, but you also tend to roll well.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Sometimes.
Yeah, the dice are like that by definition, pretty much.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did well with them today, though.
Yep.
It's been an interesting fight sequence. I love how how do I put this? But I'm thinking like I love how much of an anime episode this has been. It's almost because of the like 0 seconds have passed, but we've thought like a million thoughts at a million miles an hour. Like, oh, what am I gonna do? Like that sort of thing.
Around like a minute of time has passed, I think.
Yeah. I also love how specifically it almost became One Punch Man because of Angel's like fists of fury. That was pretty cool. I like that.
Could have.
At the start of the episode.
Yeah.
You guys did
That was
well.
awesome.
You guys did well. I'm curious, how do you plan to reconcile, like, the collective you, as in the group, reconcile Cassius's command?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how exactly it's gonna happen, like, because Angel's like focused on Piroshka, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I guess Muninn is gonna start killing other people too. I don't know
Yeah.
And
I'm not
again,
gonna
how
be-
to do that.
the command is from Cassius is, yeah, not just the people in this room, but the slaves too, the slaves' families, everyone.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, Anghel is definitely not gonna like that.
no.
So that's gonna be a problem that we will have to deal with.
Don't worry, Miroslav also does not like it.
No. I mean, for all intents, Muninn's not gonna like it either. But Muninn's not gonna like it either. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to think of like a loophole or something, or like I don't know. I'm gonna have to like convince Cassius or something. Although if it's already set in stone because I've agreed to the deal.
Well, it's not a deal. It's Cassius telling you, all right, this Anghel fucked up, so now choose kill Anghel or genocide like 100 or so people. You chose the other option, and Cassius is like, okay, I'm gonna hold you to that forcefully.
Okay.
I mean, he did
Oh, they
also
don't have a
say that if they manage to like de-escalate it, I think that would also work. But I don't know if that still holds now that the damage to Pieroshka has been done.
Nothing is
But-
impossible.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, like so far, Pieroshka has been the only one that has been attacked. by us.
Yeah.
So
That's
maybe we can still kind of keep this as a personal attack and not a we would like to wage war on everyone.
I mean, even so, sure, these soldiers don't like Piroshka very much. That much is apparent, but they still hang out with her for a reason. And killing someone because of a slight of honor, because this conflict started because she said something mean about Anghel's horse of all things. It will that fly?
Yeah.
I think we should put it to a trial. I'm sure the jury will be on our side.
Depends who sits in the jury, but
I guess.
Well, it is a very corrupt world. I mean, in the game, not necessarily real life. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm kind of happy with how much, like, Miroslav is both kind of involved in the thing, but also not necessarily in a active, like I am fighting way.
yeah.
I mean, though
Yeah,
that
it makes sense.
will change next session because there's somebody attacking specifically me.
Mhm.
But we'll see.
Good luck, Miroslav.
Yeah, good luck, Miroslav. Yeah, I was gonna ask, what do you guys think about the fact that the real fellow showed up, but then, is there much to think about?
I thought he was
I
dead.
don't know.
Like, I thought,
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought it was his body or something.
yeah.
I guess not.
I guess not.
I think he only said, like, that the real one died in a ditch somewhere long ago.
Did she say that?
Or she.
I believe I believe
think
Nictelia
so.
said that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Huh.
sure she did.
But it could be that he just lied for fun. Or
Uh,
that this is something weird.
yeah. Maybe a twin brother.
Yeah, sure. That's the most likely scenario.
No, the most likely is that Nictelius just lied.
Yeah.
That is part of her
Or that
portfolio.
he is dead.
Then he's dead.
Well, to be fair, I did say this person does not look pale. Unlike
Exactly.
Yes.
It doesn't sound like
True.
he's dead. I don't
But
know.
also he is very quiet.
true.
I mean, that is because he
Right.
doesn't scream, but yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. We will see next week.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that ought to be brought up in our little post-episode discussion? Did not expect the mess that Anghel made to be quite as relevant.
Yeah.
Oh, the food?
Yeah, the food.
Because I forgot. I thought, like, I don't know. When you said that, I thought you were joking. But then I realized, like, oh, wait. Yeah.
It's so funny because last session Muninn nearly fell because of it, and this time it's Piroshka.
That's true. And now we, yeah.
Who will it be next time?
Yeah. Because I thought I saw the food mess and I was like, oh, that's birthday inspiration. That's funny. Because it's a cake. And I was like, oh, wait, no.
Again, it's not actual cake. I just didn't have a proper token for spilled food on hand.
Yeah. No, that's fine. But, yeah.
Well, I guess I said it was some sort of like lamb head or something, so it wouldn't be cake, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, any other thoughts before we go into our usual shoutouts?
No.
Not for me.
Probably not for me.
All right. Well then, dear viewers, thank you for watching and listening to us. Let's see what these lovely people are up to, and as I see that we ought to start first and foremost with Show and Tell. Could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Yes, hi. I'm Show&Tell, and I do reactions when I have time. And also, I have editors that really help with that, so thank you.
I heard at least one of them stinks.
What?
Self-deprecating joke.
Yeah, I got that, but
Okay. Ask you.
Anyway, so yeah, I have 2 channels on YouTube where you can see the edited reactions, and Patreon where you can see the unedited reactions. Woo!
Very much so. Thank you very, very much, Show and Tell. And then, according to the dice, we would have Milo. Could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you are doing?
Yeah. I'm MiloAndVe. I am a Goblin VTuber on Twitch, and I also do a lot of art. I also do commissions, and yeah.
Yeah, and you stream surprisingly often compared to, I guess, everyone here. Don't mean that as a diss.
I mean,
just as a compliment.
I mean, I stream like once or twice a week.
Wow.
Or at least I try to.
That's impressive.
And Milo does great work with the art on their stream. Thank you very, very much, Milo. And then, of course, we would have Dely. Could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you are doing?
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. I'm Dely. I'm a mushroom VTuber on Twitch.tv. You can find me there and on my Discord server and on Blue Sky. Those are the 3 main places. Discord is the most. Actually, no, Blue Sky is the most active at the moment. Discord second. Twitch third, unfortunately. But yeah, I stream variety. That is my main thing.
Awesome. Yeah. And I hope, not that the order reverses, but I hope that the others catch up, I guess, to Blue Sky, for lack of a better term.
I hope so too. But thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Dely. And I, dear viewers, was your Dungeon Master, Game Master Teeironor. I do this series, which is a lot of fun. I also do another series, currently on a bit of a hiatus, hopefully coming back in like mid-December-ish, hopefully. Not my fault. Well, my fault, but not entirely. Anyway, yeah, recommend that series. You can also find updates that I post, like, hey, this episode will be late, or hey, this episode just came out, on Blue Sky and Twitter. I am seriously considering not posting on Twitter anymore, but for the moment I still am, so you can still find news related to the channel there. But I'll frankly post a lot more on Blue Sky than I will on Twitter. At least I plan to. Anyway, other than that, thank you once again, dear viewers, for watching and listening to us. We should be back next week. Qualified should. And yeah, we'll see you when we'll see you. As someone gets a notification again.
Sorry.
No worries. I wasn't gonna out you, but yeah. Good. Have a good week, everyone, and we'll see you next time then. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.